All right, so what I wanted to do is I saw this Reddit post again from TikTok, and it was titled, "What did you see that you definitely weren't supposed to see?" And this is on askreddit. Askreddit is just full of complete degeneracy, because the worst thing you can ever do on the internet is ask Reddit for any kind of help. Ladies of Reddit, see, you open with that. I'm not even going to bother reading the rest of it. Ladies of Reddit, who's a celebrity no one can hate? I don't know. Keanu Reeves. I don't know. Let's have a look. Oh, Keanu Reeves is here. There's no way. Yep. He's so awesome. Okay, Brendan Fraser, true. Okay, true. Yeah, you can't hate him. He's the little guy. Artists who do NSFW commissions was the strangest thing. Anyways, so ask Reddit. Not the best place. They ask a lot of stupid things. My dad gave me a piece of furniture one time when I got home on a post-it note, which had been stuck to the bottom, floated down to the floor. I picked it up in my dad's unmistakable handwriting with various notes about gay personal ads he'd been responding to. My dad was, at least I thought, very straight. I put two and two together. This is just a Euphoria reference. Grandma naked. Repeatedly. Okay, I really should have vetted these before reacting to them. Really? You're gonna cry about seeing a family member naked when you're like 2? Come on. I mean, to be fair, no one wants to see their grandmother naked. Jesus Christ. I was waiting in a condo apartment lobby. I asked the concierge for the Wi-Fi password. She was not good with computers and turned her screen to show a text file that had a very important password and key code for the building. Because she didn't want me to read out each letter, she said, "Let me take a picture of it." Why would you not use that? You could hold the hotel at hostage. Why would you not? I would pull out my phone. I would take a picture of all of that, passwords and emails and setups, and then use it to at least get a free room. Human resources. And my last job accidentally sent out a list of everyone's home address. You what? Hang on. The Redditor doxed someone on accident. You bloody what? A text message on my dad. Is this gay again? Is this going to be gay? A text message on my dad's phone to an unanswered number saying that he would love to be spending Christmas with his real family. I was 13. Oh, that's kind of L. When I was 11, I saw another kid shit in a urinal. And after he was done, he saw me staring at him and literally pissed his pants. Some kind of bizarre defense mechanism there. I don't think his brain was wired properly. I remember using urinals as a kid at school, and I don't think anyone was mentally ill enough to actually try and take a shit in the urinal, even as some weird that. That's not even a weird dare. That's just some kid that actually just shit in a urinal. Don't say based. It's not based. Close-up photo of my dad's asshole when I was scrolling through his iCloud photo for a different picture. I think it had something to do with his upcoming rectal exam. Nothing was wrong with it visually. You complimenting your dad's asshole, bro? Bro? You good, bro? Nothing was wrong with it visually, but the realization of what I was looking at was absolutely horrifying. Part of my soul shriveled up and died. That wasn't wholesome. I saw my dad's asshole. My sister discovered that someone had searched up pregnant erect nipples on the home computer. That's kind of based. We were the only 2 males in the house. It wasn't me. Promise it wasn't me. I was only 12. Okay, it was you, bro. The self-snitching right now is abundant. Human bones in the bottom of a cenote in the Yucatan of Mexico. Dad told me to shut the fuck up and not swim in that area anymore. I was at a friend's house when I was a kid. We were doing crafts on the front porch and I needed tape for something. I ran to the backyard to go ask her mom for some of it. And when I walked through the fence gate, I saw her mom giving her dad a blowjob in the lounge chair. I couldn't look dad in the eyes after that. Most awkward experience I've ever had. He's based. Wait, were they married? I saw her mum giving her dad a blowjob. Yeah, it's kind of based. When I was 6, I didn't know how to spell soccer, but I wanted to learn how to play. When I got home, I went on the computer and tried to go onto suckor.com. Huge porn site at the time. I went on the computer and I typed in suckmeoff.com and it was porn. What? A photo clearly intended for my mom of my dad naked with a few of his friends all holding paper in front of their dicks that had happy birthday. What is wrong with these people's parents, man? What is wrong with them? I'm a teacher and was helping my student, 12, 13-year-old boy, try and troubleshoot his Chromebook and get it working again. I always clear the cache and cookies because that usually helps, but because they are school computers, you can't clear all the history. As I open up the tab to clear the cache and cookies, I see his latest Google search was how to kiss. That's kind of wholesome, isn't it? If it was Fortnite big boob ass fart compilation, okay, I'd get the kids section, right? But how to kiss from it's wholesome. They're just learning how to grow up. It's fine. He knows he saw it. He looked so embarrassed. I'm so glad you're wearing masks, so I couldn't see how hard I was trying not to laugh. That's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. My neighbor was grounded to her room, and my buddy and I were in the backyard talking to her through a window. We were going to try and get her attention, but we realized her mum was in the living room masturbating, lol. And someone gave that a hug award. Once when I was 14, my dad was working as a handyman. After being laid off by the company and taking odd jobs for friends and family members, he would hire me and pay me a day's work with lunch to come and be his work partner. One day we were working at my dad's cousin's house, remodeling the master bedroom, and in plain sight on the bed was a giant dildo that we had to pass in order to get to the bathroom. For an entire 8 hours in an empty house, me nor my father acknowledged the family dildo. Boys, this one's a deleted one. This one could be cinema. This one could be cinema. After work one night, my buddy wants to have some beers and play video games. I ended up getting done before him. So he tells me to grab a case and go to his house, and his dad will let me in. So I stop at the beer store and head over. I get to his house, and before I get a chance to knock, I hear people having sex. Just screaming. The dude was like, yeah, take it, baby. It was hilarious. Might as well just put there like, I'm 5, by the way. Buddy shows up asking what I'm waiting for. I told him his dad is jerking off in the living room because I hear the porn. So we go in expecting his dad to quickly jump up and pretend he was watching hockey or something. His dad was giving some lady a professional fucking. Guy had his hat on backwards, still had his boots and socks on, no pants. It was funny. You are, the way you wrote that, you are actually 12. There's no way. The little ha-ha at the end, haha, Lamau XD. About 5 years ago, woke up to the snow finally starting to melt. Noticed a girl asleep in the garden. Went and told my dad. He took one look and told me to go play in the room. Turns out the girl had been asleep in our front garden for about 2 weeks, buried and frozen under the snow. Holy shit. Okay, follow up on this. I didn't actually know she was dead until I was about 16 when I mentioned it to my dad. And I said, remember that girl asleep in the backyard? Dad says, she was dead, you idiot. The dad's like, what? Son, that was 10 years ago. What? She fucking died. Idiot. When I was in high school, I used to spend a lot of time exploring abandoned buildings. One time, I was in a hospital. The top levels were all vandalized beyond recognition, but the basement was untouched. I assume because there were too many creeped out people or half the building collapsed, so maybe the risk kept people away. I was dumb, though, so I went down. All the paperwork was still on the desks, prescriptions laying around, names, addresses, phone numbers. I was honestly amazed that all this information was just left. It felt weird because I wasn't really interested in any of it, but I couldn't stop filing through rooms of paperwork untouched for years. It was just a weird compulsion because I knew I wasn't supposed to see any of that stuff. Average Redditor right here, by the way. I got everyone's personal info and then posted it online because I had a compulsion. I lived with 2 housemates. One of them has a cat, which I think was pretty cute. Okay, Redditor with a cat. The other housemate is pretty stoic in general, almost refuses to acknowledge its existence. I popped my head into his room one day. His door was open and I saw him with his headphones on, playing with the cat and one of those long stick toys with string on the end. He had a pretty big smile as well. He didn't see me and I just observed for a couple of seconds because it was surprising and quite cute, and then quietly left. Oh my god. Actually, holy Redditor. I saw a guy play with a cat. Holy Reddit. So much cheating from a deleted account. So that means you did it. In HS, I walked in on the manager of the cafe I worked in, feeling up the assistant manager. I'd gone down to the office to tell his wife and daughter who were upstairs. When I was 8, we were at my dad's colleague's house for lunch, and I went outside to find my dad caught him kissing his colleague. Turns out it's because they'd already been caught, and for whatever fucking reason, my parents thought that all hanging out together would fix things. Next thing I knew, my dad's colleague was trying to give me a toy to shut me up. I spilled the beans the minute I was back inside. My parents stayed together, and that my mum caught was with the same colleague 4 years later because he's not very tech savvy and recorded half of all of his phone calls about the ongoing affair on the answering machine. Yeah, you did it. I don't care. You did it. My manager finger blasting. What a powerful word. Finger blasting the older cashier in the canned goods pantry. Hey man, he's into cougars. What's wrong with that? He likes his older women. Who am I to judge? I once saw my Christmas presents early. Okay, okay, guys, what's the age to make a Reddit account? What's the minimum age to make a Reddit account? 13. Nah. Get off the site. Get off. You have to be 13 to post. You actually have to be 13 to post. And they give it wholesome awards. They give it wholesome awards as well. I'm finito.